welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti. In this video, we're not having much in the way of numbers, to be honest. There are going to be more stats-based videos coming up. We kind of need to get to the end of the season for some of it, and I'll explain a little bit about why in a second. It'll become apparent when I look at the schedule. Well, hopefully we'll do, because I'll explain it to you. But we've got into the kind of split in the league now. So you can see in the league table, this way. So obviously we're in the bottom half. We were never going to get in the top half. We are just above the relegation spots by points, and we're 10 points clear of the automatic relegation spot, which is good. But we could still easily be drawn into this relegation playoff bit, and I think would be reasonably good against whatever championship side we're likely to face. Maybe not. The championship side would likely be Carrick. Carrick are quite strong. Take that back. But we've got a fighting chance if that happened, but I'd much prefer not to be in that, to not have that happen at all. So we've now got to play each of these teams once, and then see where we are. Which means if we can beat Dungannon and beat Portadown, that gives us a good chance. We definitely can't really afford to lose to Portadown without making the rest of this very difficult. Schedule-wise, if you look at what's happened, so I think the last video match was this 3-1 win against Dungannon, which was against the kind of runner play, considering, well, not runner play, but against the runner results. Let's go all the way back to December for our last win before that, so just over 2 months of just losses and draws. Off camera, we then played against Glentoran and drew 1-1, and to be honest, we almost won it. The last minute penalty, I managed to get them a point, so we actually dropped points really there. And then, because of tiredness, injuries, suspensions, and whatnot, when we played against Glenavon, which we won 2-1, you'll recognise the goal scorers if you've been following the series. Lee Bonnis and Shea Devlin, so the two that I decided just weren't good enough. And the female football manager's spreadsheet also said weren't as good as our other options. I started them. They both scored. They both played pretty well. Shea Devlin's goal somehow got into the goal of the month. They won the goal of the month. I don't really think it is goal of the month worthy, but it got in. And yeah, look at that. It's good. Not great, but so they both scored, even though we decided they weren't good enough. It could just be a flash in the pan, but for them both to score. So I think I'm going to give them a chance against Portadown. And this goes back to what I was saying about the stats. According to the football manager, female football manager spreadsheet, they're not good enough. When we look at their general attributes, so if we look at Bonnis, and we look at Devlin, and then we compare them to the players who should be getting match time, Ward and where is he? McLaughlin. Seems like it's a kind of no contest. Ward and McLaughlin are better. Not hugely, but they've got generally better attributes. Key areas like finishing and heading, jumping, composure, stuff like that. Ward should be absolutely destroying this league. Actually, he's only got 9 goals, and he's getting it's a 1 in 3 at best striker. That's being a bit generous. So yeah, they don't seem to be doing as well as their attributes suggest, but Shea, Devlin and Bonnis also seem to be picking up goals, and historically they've been able to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a few games. I'm going to alternate them. Bonnis and Devlin, and then Ward and McLaughlin, and just rotate them, but in their pairs. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an individual XG analysis for the strikers. So by the end of the season, we will have a set of games for each of them. It's not a huge sample, nowhere near a huge sample. they'll have about 3 or 4 games each, because I'll go back a couple of games as well, because obviously Bonis and Devlin played the last match, Ward and McLaughlin played the match before, so that's another couple. But there should be enough shots in there for me to start to have an idea of a McLaughlin and Ward just not getting in the right positions. Or are they getting in the right positions and then not scoring? A Bonis and Devlin not getting in the right positions, or when they get in positions, are they not scoring? See, are one of the pairings wasteful, or one of the pairings not particularly good at getting in the right position? What is it? Where is the difference between them? Is one pair just better, and is this just bias when I look at the numbers? I remember Bonis, I remember Devlin, I know what I'm meant to be doing with them and so on. So when they score, it sticks in the memory. And I'm just thinking they're better than they actually are. And I know in the long run, Ward and McLaughlin are better. But this season, it is the amount of goals scored that's really causing us an issue. We're not scoring enough. So I'll do the XG analysis to compare them and statistically start to work out what's going wrong. Because it could be Ward and McLaughlin can finish, they're just not often getting in the right position. Or vice versa, let me see what it is, or which players seem to be doing what they should be doing, which aren't. And is this lack of goals generally just a reflection of the team not being that good? Are we just not producing enough good chances in the first place? And that's making the strikers look rubbish, or is it the strikers that's the issue? So that's what we're going to be trying to kind of look at. So we're going to play against Portadown. McGowan is suspended, but he's also a little bit tired because he's just come back from international duty. So what we'll do is we'll bring Thomas Heron back into the fold, put McLaughlin on the bench as well instead of Spence. Gavin Little can come back on for Clark. Clark can come on for Rab McKee. And I think that'll do it for us. Devlin, Bonis, Cockcroft, Dunn, Heron, Wright, Williamson, Ricky McQuitty, John McGowan Little, and Paul McLaughlin. A bit of a rough start to life with us, but is meant to be better than Colin McCallion. So we'll stick with him for the moment. And again, if we play enough matches with him, I can do an expected XG against comparison with our other keepers to see who it is who should be playing. Now we're playing against Portadown, so they're a point behind us. We're at home. We need to win, at the very least a draw, to keep that gap there, even if it's a small gap. Portadown hit a good run of form and closed the gap that we did have previously. So I'm not particularly confident, especially since only a couple of players seem bothered by what's going on. But yeah, we need to beat them. We've got Dungannon afterwards, and I might play that match as well. Extended, good. Just had to double check because in my last Tahiti match I went to Key. It was a bit of a dead rubber match I was recording. I just noticed the match stats things I normally use have gone. Let's get them back out. Go on, Williamson, long throw. Nobody there. Dunn picks it up. Williamson back in. Bonis has scored. And he's not offside. And I know I shouldn't be unhappy, because obviously goals are good. It's only his 5th goal of the season. He's not played as much this season. But what if I've just made a massive mistake? Like previously in the season. What if I'd be comfortably surviving relegation if I'd stuck with Bonis and Devlin over the others? This is where you kind of gut feelings start ruining things for you. But attribute wise, they didn't look like they were the best picks. Female Football Manager spreadsheet kind of confirmed that, maybe we should be looking elsewhere. But actually, maybe there's something else going on. Maybe this is, Niall Stoddart long range shot creeping under McLaughlin. I think it's a wonder goal because of the distance, not because it was actually a good goal. That lead didn't last very long, did it? Yeah. Gotta do better against that. Yeah, maybe on the striker front, as I was saying, maybe I should have just gone straight to the XG. It is difficult to do it player by player. You can do it, because you're looking at individual player stuff anyway when you're putting it together. Bonis nods it on. Almost went back in for him. But maybe I should have just gone straight into that. Maybe I should really be pushing the XG because it is a good metric of the quality of chances. And it does let you know, are they underperforming or are you just not producing enough chances? That's the key thing. It is, again, it's a lot of self-doubt comes into it. Just got to trust the stats. But I didn't produce those stats in the first place. We owe Portadown, so go mess him up, please. I'm going to bring Robinson on for Heron, because Heron's not only on a yellow card, but I don't remember him doing anything. There are a few more yellow cards, but we'll live with them for the moment. Quitty just sends it straight off. Nice work, Quitty. Oh, penalty, come on. Nothing was going on there. Oh, sends him the wrong way. Not what we wanted at all. Glentoran are beating Dungannon, which is good. We'll keep the gap between us and them at 10 points, but Portadown are going to leapfrog us as it stands. On. Bonis back to Cockcroft. McGovern, long again. Bonis picks that one up. Hoofs it a little. I'm going to need to make a sub. See if I can shake things up a bit. See if I can bring Dunn off, but we'd have to be Dunn off McLaughlin. Oh, Ward. Who's going to be better there? Crossing 5. Crossing 4. Dribbling 7. And Ward on there. On Robinson. Got space. So much space. Robinson's one of the players where I've not offered him a new contract yet. Oh, Devlin. Offside. Massively offside. I mean, you can tell, you can't see the rest of it because the camera angle, but that gap is huge there. Even a disallowed goal is something. Can't really make another sub. We'd have anyone else to go on the right there for that. We're on Downey, just in case. I feel bad because Robinson was the sub. If he's injured. Yeah, I've not offered. There's a few players I've not offered contracts to yet because I just want to see how they do. In the end of the season, see what happens. One of the reasons why as well is because we keep getting these items saying that the takeover is not going to happen and that the links are rubbish, which normally means the links aren't rubbish or something might be happening. I'm hoping if there is a takeover that we'll have the money and the rep to get some better players and I won't need Robinson and the like. Sounds bad. There we go, look at that. I feel a little bit bad because it was a penalty that did us in and we had that disallowed offside goal, which obviously wasn't really a goal, but we can still get back into it, but we've got Dungannon next, and actually I'll probably record it. I'll come back for that match and we'll swap the strikers around and see how we do. Alright, so we're back for the match against Dungannon. There are 4 games left. We're 10 points ahead of them and we're playing them now, which means if we win, then they're going to be automatically relegated. It doesn't matter what else happens, and they will be able to bring back the point difference. If we draw, then the gap remains 10 with only 9 points to play for, so they should still automatically be relegated. If they win, then it reduces the gap to 7 points with 9 left, and it becomes very tense then. So let's have a look at the team and move things around. So the first thing to do is Clocklin and Ward are going to start this one. Cockcroft is fine, but we've got suspensions all over the shop. I don't know why I brought Jeff Wright off there. He's not suspended. Let's bring on McGreevy actually if we can. Let's see what we can do. So left back, we're going to have to rely on Rab McKee, who is one of our younger players. A bit short as well at 5'5". Central midfield, we've got Graham McGreevy, or we have Jeff Wright, or we have Kevin McCallion. I think we're going to bring in McGreevy for the moment, give him an opportunity. On the left, options are increasingly limited, so we can't have Robinson, can't have Dunn. We've got Gordon, Garrett, or Spence. Spence has been useless pretty much every time we've played him, I think, although he's meant to be quite good. More of a defensive winger, more on the right, I think, so we'll leave him. Let's bring on Niall Gordon. Youth product a few seasons ago. Meant to have potential, but he's never quite lived up to it. He's doing better than Trevor Garrett, another youth prospect. On the right, again, we've got Adam Spence as an option. Adam Spence as an option. McGowan is not fully fit, but let's start with McGowan. And then we can have Spence on the bench, Garrett on the bench as well. That's what we're going to have to try. So yeah, we need to beat Dungannon. We also need to keep an eye on Portadown and see how they're doing. Beat Dungannon 3-1 last time we played them. Niall Gordon's taking the captain's armband. Don't worry. Ricky McQuitty's fine. Ricky McQuitty doesn't give up, despite his name. Always a bit worrying when they chase you all the way back right from the off. Let's see. Get latest scores up. And Portadown are playing. Okay, fine. Be like that. So this will give us a game in hand on them, so we could put some pressure on them at the very least. A draw is kind of fine in making sure we don't get automatically relegated. It doesn't necessarily help us avoid the playoff, which we could really do with avoiding if we can. McLaughlin trying to put Ward through. Just didn't have the pace for that. Dungannon knocking about alright. They're looking a bit more threatening than us, I think. Bit of a flap at that. Nice block of the corner there. Gordon scrambling away for a corner elsewhere. Yeah, not great scrambling, I don't think. Great at the keeper, he manages to keep that one. Look how many points Larne have got, 87. Some of their players are just insane as well. They're absolutely different class. the rest of the teams in this league. Long in for Ward. Almost spilled the far post. Blocked. McGowan's going to have to come off. He's getting in trouble. Maybe even McGreevy as well. It's a boring, fairly tight match. But I'm not happy with that. So let's bring on Spence, who's going to do nothing. More likely than not. Let's stick with that for the moment. Ward. Again, they don't seem particularly better or worse than Bonis and Devlin. They've definitely not scored anything yet. Straight at the keeper. I should probably point out as well that for the XG comparison, it's going to be their game time, so I might start them for a match, but still get substituted. Spence managed to get outside that player. Doesn't get a pass away. Or second attempts. McLaughlin knocks it high. Yeah, and in terms of the XG, I'll just have to adjust it. So I have to do it per 90 minutes. Or per minutes played. I think that went over the line. That looked like it'd gone over the line to me. But the Premiership over in Northern Ireland doesn't have VAR, so we're safe. And I'll take that because we need a bit of luck. So we've had some terrible luck the rest of the time. I'm going to bring Coulter on for McQuitty because he's looking tired. So McQuitty has tapped out of this match. Right on here, Cockcroft. Get it in. McGreevy. Cockcroft back in again. McLaughlin. Gordon. Not bad by Gordon, to be fair. Right, let's bring Bonis on for Ward. There goes Coulter. Greavy. We started to get into it a bit more in the second half, but still going to be a draw by the looks of it. No, it's not. So the sub we brought on, Coulter, giving away a penalty. Straight through. McLaughlin might as well not be in there. That's just terrible. We've used all our subs. We're already fairly positive. Try very attacking. Shout, demand more. A couple of minutes. Anything? Spence. Knocked down to Bonis. Bonis has put Spence through. That's... Oh, it was a good little move. Nah. It's 5 minutes, well, 4 minutes left, but all hope is left. And we're just letting them do this. It's going to be at the end of the season very tense. Just send him off, ref. Might as well. Screwed us with that penalty, might as well send Cockcroft off. Okay, we're not coming back from 2. With 2.5 minutes left. Don't need to see Emmett Taylor's wonder goal. Thanks very much. Start the great escape for Dungannon. This is why I'd be happy with a takeover. Because we had to bring on a lot of non-starting 11. And we've not played very well. We've got no depth, no plan Bs. It'd be nice if we just had a bigger wage budget, a bit more pull. And we could bring in a bench that was actually worth paying. That's Spence. Spencer's got a bit of pace on him. He's been doing alright. Yeah, this is why I wouldn't be sad if we did get taken over, as long as they kept me on. Normally it breaks a lot of people's games when they get that kind of big money takeover, but if we got a big money takeover, I would still probably not be able to beat Larne for quite some time. But it would be nice to get past this relegation battle and into a more established team. Let's look at what this does, other than absolutely screw us. No, nothing good from this. Go forwards. Got all these bands. That's my own fault for playing that way, but I kind of accept that. Portadown played yet? I'll just get it slightly further ahead so we can see what's happened with Portadown. Oh, we've got youth intake. I'll do that as a separate video in a second then. Just to spread some of this out. So yeah, there we go. There are 3 games left. 9 points. We could still technically go down if Dungannon win 2 and draw 1, or win all 3 of theirs and we lose our last 3. Our last 3 are against Cliftonville, Glenavon and Glentorrent, so it's all possible that that could be a clean sweep of losses. Whether Dungannon can pull that off, I'm still a little bit doubtful. They can't really afford to lose points. We're 2 points behind Portadown and they've got a game in hand, so they could start to extend that lead. So we are looking increasingly likely that we're going to be going into the playoffs. So basically, this episode could have gone worse for us. Instead of you seeing this kind of upturn in fortunes, you're seeing a downturn. But we'll come back for these last few games. I'll probably do an episode for Cliftonville, youth intake in Cliftonville, and then we'll see where we are from there. But yeah, thanks very much for watching all of our pain. I'll see you in the next episode.